RC Command leads the way. Nick here with another Tech Tuesday. Last week we started a series on what we believe is the best components to use in your scale rock bouncer. Last week was we started with the axles, and today we're moving into suspension. We're going to cover shocks today. It's going to be a quick video, and what we've laid out here is a few different designs and sizes to show y'all what we actually use on our scale hill killer. So starting all the way on your left there, that is a factory axial shock. It is 110 millimeter, and it is a single coil shock. We swapped those out of our Axial Wraith pretty quick after purchasing it, just because we wanted more adjustability. And when I'm speaking about adjustability, there could be several um, aspects of adjustment that one could make in order to make the shock operate or function uh, better. Better performance out of your shocks, which is pretty key in a scale rock bouncer. Okay, so moving to the right, you'll see, and the rest of these shocks are all going to be king shocks. We believe in our king shocks because, for one, the scale look of them. Many rock bouncers in the one-to-one world, full-size world, are running king shocks, so the look is there. Also, the RC four-wheel drive king shocks are dual springs, and that brings more adjustability in changing out coil packs in order to find out, what rates work the best for your rig. Because honestly, my two rigs, your rigs, they're going to be different weights. There's a lot of things to consider, shock mounting position and so on. So it's important to have those to be able to adjust your springs, your shocks. That king shock that doesn't have any coils on it, we're actually using just as a damper, and we'll get into more of that when we unveil the low life buggy and all the work that we've done to it. I don't want to give away too many secrets on it, but the reason why it doesn't have any coil springs on it right now is just because it is being used simply as a dampener. Right next to it is another 110 millimeter coilover shock from RC four-wheel drive, excuse me. And you can kind of see the dual rate springs, the slider in the middle there. I'm not going to get too in depth with what the makeup of the shock and what goes into you know um, what's on the insides and stuff, because again, there's a million videos out there on how to bleed your shocks, how to properly um, put oil in them and bleed them out and so on. So I'm not gonna waste a whole lot of time. If y'all want some in-depth information on how I do it, you can simply ask in the comments below, and maybe one day we'll do a tech video just on how we put oil in our shocks. But honestly, you can search on YouTube and probably find 100 videos on how other RC enthusiasts are um, bleeding their shocks out. So moving to the right, again, this is going to be a quick video. That is a 120 millimeter shock. We are running 120 millimeter shocks all around on our Spartan buggy, and we are going to use some on our low life buggy as well. We like the 120 millimeter shock because it does give us a little bit more travel. But not all things in rock bouncing and scale rock bouncing have to do with articulation. I think that if you watch some of our hill killing videos that we already have up, you'll see that, you know, in some situations you're going to want to have plenty of articulation, but for the most part it's all about keeping all four wheels on the ground. You know, so what's important is making sure that you have enough oil in your shocks, okay, to help with dampening, and then obviously a good suspension setup with your links being the proper length and so on is what's going to keep all four wheels and tires on the ground for the most part and keep you moving up the hill. So that 120 millimeter shock, we've gotten quite a bit of use out of that length shock, and we have found that we have pretty good luck, because obviously with a longer shock body, longer than the 120 or 110 millimeter shocks, you're going to have more oil, you know, and that will keep you from having to, you know, that'll keep dampening, you know, keep the shock oil from not necessarily heating up, but I do find that, you know, there's quite a bit of aeration. If you pop open a shock after a long day of bouncing, you know, there is the shock oil becomes milky and so on. So with more shock oil in there, we find, you know, we have a little bit more longevity out of our shock oil. So really that's about it, guys. Again, this is pretty quick, just kind of me rambling on, so I'm not going to get into a whole lot of technical stuff in these videos, just because again, you can find a lot of tech stuff that's more in-depth on YouTube, and really that's what I've been doing since I've been into scale rock bouncing, is taking a lot of the tech that I find from other enthusiasts and using that in the scale rock bouncing world. So if you have any in-depth questions and you can't find it on YouTube or RC Crawler or any other manufacturer websites, please don't hesitate to hit me up. If I don't know the answer myself, I will research it and find out and let you know. I'm not against learning new things, that's for dang sure. I'm always wanting to learn and better my situation, better my knowledge, because that's only going to make me a better rock bouncer. So I hope this helps. I hope y'all are in the process of starting a build, if not already. And please like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram if you can. It's the same name, nick.rccommand. And we appreciate any views and any comments and likes and shares that you can give us. RC Command leads the way.